Have you ever tried to carry the whole world on your shoulders? Just because you thought asking for help made you weak? We all do it sometimes. We struggle in silence, we push ourselves to the edge. And we tell no one, because we want to prove we're strong. But what if the very thing stopping you from reaching your dreams is your refusal to let someone help you? Today's story is about a young man named David, a hardworking carpenter who tried to build his dream all alone, until life pushed him to his limits. And what happened next changed everything. If you've ever felt tired, overwhelmed, or afraid to ask for help, this story is going to touch your heart. Stay with me till the end. Sometimes we think we have to handle every problem on our own, that asking for help makes us weak, or that depending on someone means we've failed. But have you ever wondered, what if this stubbornness is the biggest barrier between you and your dreams? Today's story is about a young man named David, who tried to build his future with his own hands, alone. But life soon taught him a lesson he would never forget. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It is a part of the journey to success. So stay with me till the end because this story might change the way you look at life. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and rocky roads, there lived a 23-year-old carpenter named David. The village was small. Most people were farmers. Life was simple, but full of challenges. Inside a tiny workshop with a broken roof and a shaky door, David worked from morning till night, repairing chairs, fixing old tables, and carving pieces of wood into something beautiful. He had learned everything from his late father, and this shop was the only thing left from him. But no matter how hard David worked, he barely earned enough for bread, soup, and firewood for winter. David had big dreams. Every evening he sat by a small window, looked at the faraway hills, and whispered to himself, "One day I'll have a big furniture store. People will come from far away just to buy my work." But dreams are easier than reality. Whenever he tried to save money, something unexpected happened: a leaky roof, a broken tool, or a medical bill for his sick mother. Some villagers laughed at him. One farmer even told him, "David, you can't even afford good wood, and you're dreaming of a big shop." Those words hurt him deeply. But he didn't stop dreaming. One day, an elderly merchant named Mr. Aziz visited David's shop. He was known for his wisdom and fairness. Mr. Aziz said, "David, build a large dining table for me. You have 1 week." It was the biggest order David had ever received. He knew this could change everything. But halfway through the job, trouble arrived. He ran out of wood. When he went to buy more, prices had doubled because winter was near. He only had enough money for half the wood he needed. He thought of asking Mr. Aziz for extra money, but his pride stopped him. He asked a man named Wed for a small loan. Wed laughed and mocked him. That night, David sat alone in the cold, wondering if chasing this dream made him foolish. Then he remembered his mother's gentle words. Every big thing starts with a small step. Don't be afraid to start, no matter how hard it gets. With new courage, David traveled to the city, carrying only a few small folding chairs he had built. He set up a tiny stall in a crowded market. At first, no one even looked at his work. But around noon, a wealthy woman stopped and admired the chairs. He bought all of them. With that money, David bought the wood he needed and rushed home to finish the dining table on time. Mr. Aziz was amazed. "You are a talented young man," he said. "Never give up on your dream." But this was just the beginning. Soon, people from nearby towns heard about David's craftsmanship. Orders started pouring in. Then came the biggest opportunity of all. A businessman from the city ordered 10 dining tables and gave him 1 month to finish them. The payment was huge. This could finally help David escape poverty. But the challenge was even bigger. Not enough wood, no extra workers, tight deadlines, a small workshop. So David said yes. He believed he could do everything on his own. David calculated his budget and realized he didn't have enough money for the high-quality wood. After a long night of thinking, he made the hardest decision of his life. He sold his father's last memory, a golden watch he had treasured since childhood. As he handed it over to the jeweler, tears rolled down his cheeks. But he whispered to himself, This is just one more step toward my dream. With the money he bought the best wood and worked day and night. He skipped meals. He barely slept. His hands cracked, his head hurt. But he didn't stop. Villagers warned him. You'll get sick, David. Take a break. But he didn't listen. In the final week, one of the tables kept breaking. Because of a hidden flaw in the wood. Frustrated and exhausted, David sat on the floor with his head in his hands. That's when his mother walked in. She gently placed her hand on his shoulder and said, "Son, life isn't just about chasing dreams. You must take care of yourself too." Through tears, David replied, "I just want to prove that I can do this." His mother smiled softly and said, "You've already proven your strength. But if you try to carry all the weight alone, you will break. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's wisdom." Her words went straight to his heart. The next morning, for the first time in his life, David swallowed his pride and asked for help. And to his surprise, the villagers immediately agreed. Farmers, shopkeepers, and young boys all came to support him. Together they worked day and night. With many hands, the impossible became possible. They finished all 10 tables on time. The businessman was impressed and paid David handsomely. David expanded his shop, bought new tools, and even hired young men from the village to work with him. But the biggest success wasn't the money, or the new shop, or the big orders. It was the lesson he learned. Hard work builds your dream. Asking for help protects it. Life is not meant to be lived alone. Strength is not doing everything by yourself. Strength is knowing when to reach out. Did you enjoy this story? Let us know in the comments. If you want more inspiring stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The Timeless Words. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.